Okay, I got the DZ840 here, and this scope here, this is a bug buster. This is a 3 to 9 by 32 scope, and the parallax or the focus can be turned down all the way to 3 yards, meaning that you can have it cranked up on 9, and at 3 yards you can still see perfectly clear without that fuzz that you get. So you always want, for air guns, you want a parallax that's real close. So this one's 3 yards. I recommend 7 and under so that you can do your close range stuff too. And then the pellets I'm using are Air Arms Falcon. I found that these are the best for this Daisy smoothbore here, this 840. These are 7.33 grain, and they're basically lightweight, round nose field target pellets. So they're going to give you almost the best you can get. And I recommend 25 yards and bench rest setup, something nice and comfortable, and maybe some kind of rest and a table and a chair. And then all you do is you just wait for the wobble to get out. And you can see we got some wind today. And there's the wind gauge, the tree. I use that for a wind gauge right there. So the wind is dying down a little bit more than it was before. But what everybody hopes for is no wind at all. So the accuracy of the 840 at 25 yards, in my experience and my thousands and thousands of shots shooting this smoothbore, you can expect on a good day 3-inch, 2.5-inch groups doing 10 shots. So I always go by the 10-shot group method. I don't go by the little 3-shot method because you haven't tested it out enough to find its consistency. So you want 10. That's what you always want to do. And then here's my video camera stand that I made out of wood, and I just put the camera or the Android phone right inside that slot, and then I aim it towards the target. And then this is just a bin with a bunch of sand at a descending grade starting from the top, so that when you set up the targets you got sand for a background. Never have to clean it. Haven't cleaned it in over a year, and I shot thousands of rounds in the sand. And then bricks in the background, then a heavy board behind there. And then this is an electrical outlet. So let's take a look at the dimensions. This electrical outlet is about 3 inches wide, and it's kind of forgiving on elevation, about 4.25 inches to 4.5 inches. So it's got some elevation forgiveness, and once again you got 3-inch across. And remember what I was saying, the accuracy on a good day for the 840 is about 3-inch groups. So once you hit a 3-inch target like this several times, you're zeroed in. There is no such thing as a perfect zero at this range. So what you have to do, fire 10 shots, find out what the group size is, and then find a target like this, for instance 3-inch, to match that group size. So we're at 25 yards, and but anyway, and then this is just some chain, and then I drilled some holes here, and then this is some stainless steel wire tied into the hole connecting the chain. That way I didn't have to break open the chain. So that's how that's working. So hope you enjoy. I'll show you a shot from 25 yards to this bin here, so you can kind of see what the distance looks like. Or maybe you can't. Maybe it's a little bright today. But I'll walk over there and I'll give you another shot of what it looks like from where I'm at. So I'd recommend 25 yards. If you go 35 yards, the accuracy will fall off quite a bit at 35 yards because you're pushing another 10 yards. So here is 25 yards right here. And then let me take you back to 35. Okay, here is 35 yards. Just in this distance from here to there, the drop is massive, and that's because of the low velocity. So because of the low velocity, you want to keep it right in here. Otherwise, the mil dots on the scope, it's going to keep falling and falling. And like I said, your accuracy is going to be off. But This 3 to 9 by 32 bug buster scope can handle just about anything. And I've got the 11 millimeter or the Weaver to 11 millimeter adapter in here, so it fits on this rifle. And if I want to, I can unclamp it real easy right here, put it on another rifle. And what you want to do with this is, when you're tightening this, you don't want to tighten it and then close it. You want to close it loose first, so that's slightly loose. Then you want to tighten these with an Allen wrench, but just tighten them kind of snug, not too tight, because this is plastic here. And then release it, and then put it on, and you'll never have to struggle again putting this on your Daisy 840 or your Daisy 880 pump up. And that's what this scope was bought for. So this is a quarter minute of angle at 100 yards, so it's not like the 1/8 one that you guys saw in my Daisy 953, but this one will do the job. So, and the parallax on this is real nice, 3 yards. You can focus it at 3 yards with 9 magnification. If you have a parallax, say, of like 10 yards, then what happens is, with some scopes, you'll have to drop the magnification to see what you're doing. Not on the bug buster. The bug buster will take care of all that for you. And then also you got your red and green mil dot colors right here. You got red and green, different shades of red and green and black right here. So that's kind of handy to have. But hope you enjoyed the video, you guys. Thanks for watching.